When you talk about a room, you probably say it's big, small, or nice. But a small room can feel warm and safe, or it can feel tight and uncomfortable. Same size, completely opposite feelings. English has the perfect word for each of these, and today you're going to learn 5 of them. Welcome to this explainer on 5 words to describe any room perfectly, so you can speak just like a local. Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to look at 5 really useful words today. And what's super interesting is that the last 2 words on our list are both about small rooms, but one feels wonderful and the other feels awful. Stay with me and we'll reveal them one by one as we go. Let's start with the warmest one, cozy. Cozy, cozy, cozy. Cozy means small, warm, and comfortable in the absolute nicest way. It's that feeling of a room you just never want to leave. Picture a little living room with soft blankets, warm yellow light, and a hot cup of tea waiting for you. Let's look at how to use it. You could say, their living room is so cozy. Here are a few more. You could say, we spent a cozy evening by the fire, or what a cozy little cafe. Imagine you just finished a long, hard day at work. You sit down on your soft sofa with a hot drink, feeling completely relaxed. You could naturally say, my living room is so cozy tonight. Cozy is a warmth you can really feel. Now let's move on to the exact opposite, lots and lots of space. Spacious, spacious, spacious. Spacious means large, open, with plenty of room. Picture walking into a big, empty apartment with high ceilings where your voice almost echoes when you speak. For example, you might say the new office is bright and spacious. You could also say they have a spacious back garden, or maybe our new kitchen is very spacious. Imagine moving into a new place and opening the front door for the very first time. You can walk around freely, and there's just so much room to breathe. Notice the difference here? Cozy is small and warm, but spacious is big and open. But remember, just because a room is big doesn't always mean it's tidy. Cluttered, cluttered, cluttered. Cluttered means a place is full of too many things in a messy way. Now, what's really interesting about this word is that it's about the stuff inside, not the size of the room itself. Picture a desk covered in papers, old cups, and cables where you just can't find anything you actually need. For example, her desk was cluttered with old papers. You could also say, the room felt cluttered and messy. Or, my closet is too cluttered right now. Imagine sitting down to work, but there are old coffee cups and mail everywhere. You feel a little stressed just looking at it. So let's keep it clear. Spacious is about how much room you have, but cluttered is about how much stuff you have. And now let's look at those 2 small rooms I promised you, the bad kind and the good kind. We'll start with the bad one, cramped. Cramped, cramped, cramped. Cramped means too small. There's not enough room to move comfortably. This one feels bad. Picture a tiny hotel room where you keep bumping into the bed just trying to reach the bathroom. For example, the apartment was dark and cramped. You could also add, there were 6 of us in one cramped car. Or, the tiny bathroom felt very cramped. Imagine being stuck in the back seat of a tiny car with way too many people for a really long trip. You can't even stretch your legs. Cramped is small in a way that makes you uncomfortable. But here's a word that is also small, but it feels completely different. Snug, 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 snug means small and tight but warm and comfortable. It's kind of like a little hug. Picture a tiny wooden cabin, just big enough for you, feeling warm and safe while it snows outside. For example, the cabin was small but snug. You could also say, she felt snug under the thick blanket, or the baby looks snug in his little bed. Imagine wrapping yourself up tightly in a thick blanket on a very cold winter night. You feel perfectly safe and warm. You see, cramped and snug are both small, but cramped feels bad and snug feels wonderful. So the most important point here is understanding the key difference between these 2 very similar words. This is the part that really matters. Cramped and snug mean the exact same size, small. But cramped makes you feel trapped, and snug makes you feel safe. The physical size is exactly the same, but the feeling is the complete opposite. Let's break all of this down simply. 2 of our words are really about size. Spacious means big, and cramped means too small. 2 are about a warm feeling, cozy and snug. Both are small and both are lovely. And cluttered is completely different. It's simply about having way too much stuff. Remember the start of our explainer today? We talked about how a small room can feel warm or it can feel tight. Well, now you can say exactly which one it is. This simple sentence really shows it perfectly. My first apartment was cramped and cluttered. My new one is small too, but it's cozy and snug and I love it. That's the truth, spoken in real, everyday English words. And here's just a gentle little thought to take away from our time together. A home absolutely doesn't need to be big to feel good. Sometimes small and snug can be the absolute happiest place there is. Okay, let's review all 5 words as a clear list just one more time. First, cozy. Small, warm, and comfortable. Like, their living room is so cozy. Next, spacious. Large and open. The office is bright and spacious. Then, cluttered. Full of too much stuff. Her desk was cluttered with papers. After that, cramped. Too small and uncomfortable. The apartment was dark and cramped. And finally, snug. Small but warm and comfortable. The cabin was small but snug. So, just to make absolutely sure you never mix them up, spacious means big, cramped means too small, cozy and snug means small but lovely, and cluttered simply means you have too much stuff. Now, here's the best way to really make these words your own. First, try to shadow me. That means say every word and every sentence out loud right after I do. Second, try to watch this explainer once a day for 3 days in a row. That simple habit actually trains your brain, and it locks these beautiful words right into your memory for good, so you never forget them. Before you go, I have one small challenge for you. Tell me in the comments the room you are in right now. Is it cozy, spacious, cluttered, cramped, or snug? I'm in a cozy little corner right now as I record this for you. Keep following along to keep learning, and I'll be back tomorrow for 5 more words. See you then!